Okay, hi, this is Fiona from the Display Builders, and I've got Roland from Welkam here today. And I just wanted to have a chat to Roland about his experience in working in Japan in the exhibition industry, because it's just a little different to what we do here. So what are kind of the main differences between working here and in Japan?
I think there is a different material that you use.
Yeah.
This is MDF stuff, and Japan has the veneer boards, the very thin ones, and the surfaces are very different. You're lacquering, and
Yes.
in Japan it's all wallpaper.
Yeah.
So there's a difference, and then I don't know enough about the Australian shows yet.
Yeah.
But in Japan, there's a saying that it's very often what they call matsuri, which is kind of a party or a festival thing.
Yes. Technology.
And so the running of the shows might be a little bit different, which has its roots in traditions and cultural things.
Yeah.
But other than that, this stand can be built the same way in Japan, I guess.
Sure. Is the labour the same sort of thing as well? Do they have different skill levels at all in terms of the labour that would be building the stand?
Yeah. You have basically you have two categories of labor in Japan, which is the skilled carpenters.
Yes.
And then you have a lot of those helpers that are just hired on a daily basis.
Gotcha.
But yeah, if you know that and you choose the right mix, then it all goes very smoothly.
Sure.
But I've seen that the guys here will ask if it's okay to leave and if you're satisfied, and the same thing happens over there.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Okay, that's good.
It's very, very similar, I guess.
Yep. And what about we're still online?
There's one thing.
Yeah.
Just by the size of the people.
Yes.
Japanese tend to be small.
Yeah.
A little bit smaller.
Yep.
And the guys here tend to be, big.
Yeah.
So
we like our men mountains.
Yeah. So Japan is notorious for trying to build everything as light as possible, so that only like
little
people can handle it.
Wow, that's fascinating.
So
Whereas
in general, stuff is lighter there than it's here.
Yeah, because we use a lot of 16mm material because we've got big blokes to be able to lift it. Yeah.
Me being German, in Germany they use 19mm.
Ah, excellent.
Which is even
now
heavier.
Now we're talking. Yeah, we've got the good European build.
Yeah. Lasts for 30 years, where we only need it for 3 days.
Yeah, correct. No, and also built to last. It's got that attention to detail. Yeah. So where do you think exhibitions are going in the future? What do you think? Do you think technology is going to be more a part of stands, or do you think it's going to come back to having a more attractive stand to look at rather than stripping stuff away? Where do you think trends are going?
Look, when we started 20 years ago in the exhibition industry, the internet was just coming up, and everybody was saying that when you have the internet and all these internet marketplaces, there's no need for exhibitions anymore.
Yeah, funny about that.
20 years later, we still have exhibitions because it turns out people want the personal relationship.
Yeah, correct.
And they will need that in the future too. So yeah, I guess the trend, exhibitions, trade shows are supposed to showcase like the new technology. So as technology evolves, the contents of the exhibitions will evolve too. But the basic thing is for people to interact, and that will not change because it hasn't changed for. I read that the first exhibitions really started in Germany around like 700 or so. Really like 1500 years ago. So if you see that, then it hasn't changed too much, and it won't change too much in the future either.
That's right, yeah. Different things are coming in all the time. There was once upon a time you had to have so many graphics and so many messages on a stand, where now that's being stripped away, and it becomes more about that face-to-face interaction between people, which is where exhibitions hold their own.
Yeah. Okay.
Great ability.
we talked about that before.
Yeah.
In Japan, where I do most of the exhibition stands, it's still that a lot of information has to be displayed. So
Yes.
you see very often a lot of posters and graphics with very small lettering, so that explains as much as possible.
Hello. We're just about to have hello.
What are you having?
We're just recording at the moment, a bit of an interview.
Oh, sorry.
That's all right.
But
How
if
can we
it's
help?
something-
You know, if it's really
I
important,
wish
let's
I
address it.
knew.
We just
Isn't
cut
this
it off
great?
then.
Yeah.
I've got monitors for you. Would you like to take delivery of them?
We always would like
From
monitors.
Isa, I'll bring
we
them
need
over,
to get
yeah.
this, yeah.
That was an
Take
easy
two.
one.
No, that's all right. That's
That's
fine.
an
We'll edit
easy
it
one.
out. Yeah. So we were talking about this before,
Yeah.
just and even just the different ways cultures also experience stands.
Exactly.
Yeah. Whereas Australians, we're just a little bit more watchful about coming onto a stand. But then once we commit, that's fine. But those in Japan, yeah, just
And we built for example, for Japanese exhibitors on
Yeah.
shows in Germany,
yes,
where the Germans are probably similar to the Australians,
Yeah.
trying to hold back on the graphics and
correct.
make only the real taglines or the messages come
Yeah.
over. And so it showed in the past that most of the Japanese exhibitors who would do it the Japanese way in
Yes.
Japan are able to adjust to doing it the German way in Germany. So you have to take care and pay attention to those little local differences.
Yeah.
But if you do that, you can be as successful there as there.
Yeah, correct, exactly. Some things just hold true no matter where you are in the world. Yeah. Well, thank you very much for having a chat to me today. It's
Thank you
been
for
so
having
interesting.
me.
Anytime. It's been most fun working with
Yeah.
you, Roland. So thank you very much.
Thank
and
you.
thanks for having a chat.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye.